All right. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on when you're here. Today, we're going to look at some basic operations. So if you don't have the paper, grab it from the back of the room. And then let's take a look at, we have our two functions here, x squared plus 9, which hopefully we know if we would graph this, it is going to be some sort of parabola. Okay. Meanwhile, we have 3x plus 5. If we graph that, it's going to be some sort of line. Okay. So if we are combining these, depending on what operation we do, we will get different things. So sum, we hopefully know that means addition. So we are adding these two functions together, x squared plus 9, okay, plus then 3x plus 5. Okay, we can only, though, put together like terms. Okay, I'm guessing most of you know that. We're going to combine like terms. So x squared plus 3x plus 14. The 5 and the 9 combined, that is our answer. Now in this next one, difference, I'm sure many of you know, difference is subtraction. So f of x minus g of x, we're going to have x squared minus 9, okay, minus 3x plus 5. Now we have to be careful here. If we have a minus, we can think of that as like a -1 that we're going to distribute in with each of those. So if I make that a plus, then that's minus 3x minus 5. Okay, at this point, we will get x squared minus 3x, and then -9 and minus 5 gives us, oops, I made a mistake. That is not supposed to be -9, that's supposed to be +9. So +9 minus 5 gives us +4. Okay, and as you can see, it is slightly different in that instead of plus 3x and plus 14, we have minus 3x and plus 4. That change occurred because we are subtracting these values. Okay. This next one, that's supposed to be more of a dot. I'm not sure why it looks quite like that, but we are multiplying. When we have product, we are multiplying as long as it's filled in. Keep in mind, tomorrow we'll start to talk about what happens if it's f of g, the fog function. But for today, it is filled in. We are going to multiply. So we'll have our x squared plus 9 times that 3x plus 5. Okay. And to solve this, we're going to use that memory trick, or the acronym FOIL. If you don't know that, it's kind of like distributing, but it just helps us remember. The F stands for first, so x squared times 3x. That will give us 3x to the third. Okay, O stands for outside, so 5 times x squared plus 5x squared. I stands for inside, plus that 27x. Okay, L stands for last, the last terms, so plus 45. Now normally when we FOIL, we oftentimes have to combine some terms, but if we look here, we have x cubed, x squared, x, and then constant, so there's nothing we have to combine. Now, on to the next one, quotient. We know that means dividing. So if we would set this up, x squared plus 9 divided by our 3x plus 5. Now, in this case, there is absolutely nothing we can do. Some of you might be seeing that 3 could go into 9, but that's not true because the 3 represents 3x. There's no 3 that we can factor out and cancel. Okay, so we just have to leave it. Now, sometimes that's not the case. Let me show you one where you can factor. If it was x squared minus 9 over x minus 3, x squared minus 9, I could factor that apart. It's going to be x plus 3 and x minus 3. Okay, then meanwhile we have x minus 3 on the bottom. When I have these two parts that are factored out, I could cancel those and we'd be left with x plus 3. It's important to remember we have to be careful when we are canceling. We can only cancel if it is like a factor. Okay, so for example, like if we had 2 plus 3 over 3 plus 5, I'm sure some of you would be tempted to get rid of that 3, but we cannot do that. Okay, instead that's going to give us 5 over 8. Meanwhile, if we had 2 times 3 over 3 times 5, then there's two ways we can solve it. You can cancel, get 2 over 5, or if you didn't see that, you can multiply, you get 6 over 15, which then does indeed reduce down to 2 over 5. Okay. So take a look now, flip it to the back, and I am not going to spend time doing this right now. I would like you guys to take maybe 5 minutes, okay? See what you can do, see what you can analyze about this in 5 minutes. We will talk about this tomorrow, talk about our answers. So spend 5 minutes together as a table if you want. See what you can do here. When it says, is f of 3 positive or negative? real quick, I'll show you what that means. Just is the y value, is the result, the output, a positive number or a negative number? Okay. And then think about these ones. Okay. So see what you can do to analyze this. Go ahead then and finish up the Delta math assignments. There's a few questions to do. And tomorrow we'll come back ready for more. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can send me an email or ask me on Friday, but I'll be back and hope you're having a good day. Bye.